Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. So I have a really cool and fun easy make to make for you guys today. So I've made all of these boxes out of 6x6 pieces of paper. So if you have a 12x12 piece of paper, you can make 4 of these. So I'm about to make a 4th one here. However, I'm going to be starting off with some A4 pattern paper. So this is from a digital collection from Echo Park. It's called Halloween Party, and all of these papers are from this collection here. And I'll also be using my Halloween fun stamps and matching dies. So I've only got a couple more weeks, I would say, of actually using these, so I want to use them as much as possible in all of my projects. So this is the Halloween fun A5 stamp set, and this is the Halloween fun die set. So these are going to cut those out. I've shown you those before. Okay, so let's make our 4th box. Move those aside. So I've got this printed onto printable white cardstock. I will link the exact paper that I've used today, what I've printed it on. So let's cut this down to 6x6. Again, if you have 12x12, you can make 4 of these from that. Okay, so there is our 6x6, and if you have a 6x6 paper pad already, I have here the Polar Christmas. So if you wanted to make some Christmas boxes, it has some sentiments there that you can cut out and pop on the top, and then you have these gorgeous papers here. So that's just a quick thing that I had on my side there. So if you have a 6x6 paper pad, absolutely perfect for that. Okay, so I'm just grabbing down my scoreboard, and hopefully it's not going to be too bright, so let's move down slightly so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. And right, so let's do our score marks. I just need to grab my notes. Okay, so the first score line is at 1 inch, and don't worry about writing these down. There will be a link to this project to my website, and everything will be there, the measurements, the supplies that I'm using. So 1 inch, 2.5 inches, 3.5 inches, and 5 inches. My notes just confused me there. There we go. And 5 inches. Turn that once, it doesn't matter which way you go, so turn that once. And we are going to score at 1 inch. Whoops, got carried away there. And 5 inches. Okay, hoping you'll be able to see some of the score lines. I know it's pretty hard to see on patterns. Fell over. It's pretty hard to see on the pattern paper, but hopefully you'll be able to see it better after I folded everything over. Use a bone folder for this. The last one. There we go. So if you have a directional paper, let's say just like this one, you will have to wrap this up in a mindful way so that it's not upside down. Mine's just dotty, so I should be okay. So I'm just grabbing my scissors here, and I'm hoping you can see, don't know which side is going to be better, but we have these series here of squares and the longer rectangles and the squares again. So what we're going to do is we're going to chop into each line just like that, and then I'm going to do some tapering into the square section. So I'm just going to chop up like that, so I'm not touching anything on the rectangle section, that's left as it is. So I've just tapered that section right there. Do it on both sides, and I'm going to carry on doing that on the other square, so you only have to taper in on the square section. And what I'm actually doing is I'm removing the score line completely. The score line is part of this little snippet there. I have heard these being called wedges before, wedge into it. Okay, do the other side. So I'm cutting just to the score line. So now the score line is on that square, And I'm just pulling that downwards. If you pull it upwards, you may tear going up there, so that's not going to be a good look. Again, I'm keeping the score line on the square here and then chopping it off as part of that wedge. Okay, oh, I think I just missed that bit. There we go. Right, tidy up as you go along. Don't swipe them on the floor, put them in the bin. I know some of us are in awful habits. Okay, not that I swipe on the floor, I don't. Okay, so we should have something that looks like that. So this is going to literally just fold up into our box and create a lidded box just like that. So this is where you have to be mindful of the direction here. So if you have a directional paper, I'm going to start like just there. You want it facing this way, so the right way round. So undo it like that. So this part at the top here is going to be the base of the box. This part is going to be the lid. So you don't get forgetful or confused. I'm just going to reach for my 1-inch punch. You can get these on Amazon. So I have a little thumb hole here, just like that. Hopefully you can see that. There we go. So just to help you not forget the orientation of your paper, get your paper in the right place. Base here, top of the lid here. This is where we put the circle. And then once you pop that in halfway, give that a punch. You will not get that mixed up now. Okay, so we're going to pop together our base first. So I'm just going to add glue and I'm going to go right up to the score line, just there on both sides. Going right up to the score line will give you a really nice sharp corner, so you won't have any like gappy bits or bits coming out. Again, if you're using red tape or double-sided tape, add your tape right up to the score line, just so that you don't have any bits going places or coming loose. Okay, that is our next section done. Okay, so all we have to do now is sort out the lid. Okay, so here is our lid section. It's pretty bright in here. The sun keeps coming in and out. It's playing havoc with my lighting, so it is very tempting just to close all of the curtains, sort out my lighting, and then hopefully nothing changes. But yeah, we are coming up to winter now, so I probably will be filming with the curtains closed, because the sun is quite low in the sky during the winter. It shines straight into my eyes and onto my desk, so yep, the curtains will be firmly closed for that. Okay, so now we have our box that has been popped together, and that should close just like that. How pretty is that? Okay, so let's put some treats in, because that's the whole point of this. Instead of giving these away in a little net bag, or if you have a big bag that you want to kind of divide up into smaller portions. Where are these from? These are from Home Bargains. Pop these in, see how many we can fit. There might be some leftovers. Oh, that's upside down. That's a bit full. That's a bit full. Let's turn it on that side. There we go, 3 left for me to eat. Okay, close that. That is a really nice full goodie box there. So let's decorate this now. So the stamp set and the dies are made so that it's just so easy just to stamp your image down, die cut it out, or vice versa, pop it on, and you're ready to go. That's it, done. So I'm going to do Open If You Dare, I think. Now I have here the tree. I've done Spook Night, and I've coloured in the ghosts, and I've done Happy Halloween here. And another thing that I've done is I've used the Distress Oxide in Black Soot, and there we go, one of these brushes, BLK for black, so I don't get that mixed up. So I've just gone over with some edging. So I am tempted not to do it on this one, just so that you have that example there. So I've distressed these edges here, but I think I'm just going to leave this crisp. Okay, what I'm waffling on now, so let's choose, I've used orange there. I think I might just go for, I've got an offcut here as well, so let's chop that up. I'm not going to stamp directly onto this, but I do want to make a little banner. So this is another piece of patterned cardstock from that collection. Is that going to be too long? There we go. So I've downloaded this. Well, you have to pay for it, it's not free, but you get them from Snap Click Supply. I will leave the download link for that, but they regularly have discounts on their downloads, so always buy stuff when it's discounted. Basically, keep an eye out. It's regular enough, so sometimes it's Echo Park, sometimes it's Cartabella. Okay, so I'm just building up my thing now. I probably will add a bit of distress ink to this. If you can see, that kind of blends in, disappears. So to stop that happening, I'm just going to add a bit of distressing just to the edges. If I pop that on there, you can see that that now stands out quite nicely. So I'm going to be using some VersaFine black onyx, and I just need to find myself a big, I should really get myself organised before I start stamping. Just looking for, should I go for white? Sometimes even with simple projects, making decisions. Okay, I'm going to stamp this first, and then I'm going to die cut it out, just to show you that you can do it both ways. I have been demonstrating this set by die cutting it first and then stamping, but you can do it the other way. Right, so let's fish out the die, get my big shot out, and then we'll get die cutting. And should I do some more distressing on that? I might do. We'll see how it looks. Always audition things and see how you like it before you kind of commit to anything. I'm making a bit of a mess beside me. Okay, let's go back to our box. I'm going to pop this up on foam pads. Everything looks better popped up on a foam pad. Is that going to be long enough? Yes, it will. Pop you on. I'm going to pop this one on as well. I think that is, it sticks out. It's very bold and bright, so I want to kind of bring that back a little bit, take away some of its shine, and I'm just going to distress the edges. I might put a bit in the middle as well, so I'm going to leave the box completely alone and keep that nice and crisp and orange. I'm just going to add a little bit of distressing on the elements here. Again, you can just rub that over, just distress that. As you can see, that now brings it back to how I've distressed the banner. It just blends it in, it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb anymore. Okay, let's get that popped up onto another foam pad. And that is my gift box done and ready. So I have added some black ribbon and some orange ribbon. So with the orange ribbon, I've gone all the way around. With the black ribbon, I've gone ahead and I've secured it on the inside, so it just goes around just like that. So I've done the same on this one as well. So if you love this project, please subscribe to my channel, you can subscribe by clicking on that icon right there. There's plenty more ideas on how many things that you can make from one sheet of paper coming up, from mini albums to more boxes and bags. So I've got loads of ideas to do, so make sure that you're subscribed and you don't miss it. So just click in the corner. Give me a thumbs up if you like this one. Everything that I've used today is listed down below. So yeah, happy Halloween, and I'll see you again next time.